Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. This is Sam Vaughn. The NBA Conference Finals got underway last night, and it was a dandy. Game 1 last night was amazing, and it made it even better for a person who doesn't love the NBA. It made me wonder why I don't watch it more. It was a great game, and it went to 2 overtimes. And in the fourth quarter, Victor Wembanyama made a go-ahead rim rocker drive to the rim, but Shai Alexander made a layup that would lead into overtime after a swat by the Thunder. The Spurs stayed around for one more. After the Spurs looked like they were going to win in regulation, the Thunder had their chances to win in overtime, but in the second overtime, the Spurs said, "We've got the position to win this game. We must win now." The Spurs played great overtime number 2 as they had a huge way in the Spurs to win this game and take over in the second overtime as they won. Final was 122-115. If the Thunder could take Game 2 tomorrow, it would be a very big victory in what a series it seems like it could go 7. This is what I think the Thunder still will win, but you never know. The Thunder have not lost a playoff game until last night. Now the Spurs lead, the Thunder lead, the Spurs lead 1-0, and will play tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. The New York Knicks will play the Cleveland Cavaliers, who upset. Now we move on to tonight's game. The New York Knicks will play the Cleveland Cavaliers, who upset the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons. The Knicks are coming off a series in which they played great and looked better than they have in a long time. The Cavaliers pulled the upset, but in reality, these teams are not separated by very much at all. The Knicks were number 3 seed, the Cavs were number 4 seed, and only separated by 1 game. Players to watch out for tonight: Donovan Mitchell, Darius Gillard, Grayling, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, and Max Stratus. Those are the players for the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Clutch Moore, score leader, and the best player, one of the best players in the NBA. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup problem outside. Inside shooting, Mikal Bridges is a strong player inside. Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell is the biggest keys to the game. Knicks usually very strong offensive rebounding team. Cleveland needs a strong inside play from Jarrett Allen. 3-point shooting if the Knicks get hot from 3 and the home crowd can swing the momentum their way. Cleveland must hit open shots, bench scoring, turnovers. Cleveland struggles with mistakes at times against Detroit. The Knicks thrive when they force sloppy possessions and push the tempo. Physical activity. Expect a physical game in the Eastern Conference Finals. Fouls hit. Hustle plays the game, and defense will matter as much as scoring. Players to watch out for: Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, and Darius Gleaner are the players to watch out for. Those are also what the keys to the game are. The Royals will continue this game for the Knicks and Cavs. Tips tonight at 7. The Royals continue their struggles. And now we move on to baseball. The Royals continue their struggles and now are 8 games back of 500 and playing very bad ball and not playing good 3 to 4 hitters. Salvador Perez can't hit, and neither can Vinny Pasquantino, which is why Salvador Perez isn't in the lineup. He'll hit third Move Vinny Pasquantino all the way down to 1, 2, 3, the 7th spot, and will hit 7th and play first. Lane Thomas will play in center and hit 4th. Jack Caglione will hit 5th. I would rather see Jack Caglione hit 5th than Lane Thomas, but that's just me. That's a 254 hitter versus a 198 hitter. And Jack has 5 home runs. I just think 1 home run and 5 home runs is a big difference at this point of the season. The Royals are 20-28, and things still falling more towards their way as they currently have James MacArthur on the DL already. Alec Marsh is in the DL for 60 days. Carlos Estevez, and also moved Chris Bibby to the DL a few days ago, and Matt Strom. So the Royals continue to hurt, and our 8 games back at 500. And tonight's chances don't look very good against the Red Sox, with Bailey Falter being the picture. Tonight, again, the Royals are not favored tonight. Bailey Falter will go for the Royals. He's got an ERA over 10. And Ranger Suarez will go for the Red Sox. He's got an ERA under 2.45. The Royals and Red Sox play tonight at 6:40 from Kauffman Stadium. The Cardinals had the day off after taking 2 out of 3 from the Royals. The Cardinals play the Pirates, who were game over 500. The Cardinals are playing well. Tonight, the Cardinals will have Matthew Liberatore on the mound. Meanwhile, the Pirates will have Mitch Keller on the mound. Game time, 6:45. Again, Matthew Liberatore for the Cardinals, Mitch Keller for the Pirates. Cardinals are 27-19. Pirates are 24-23. The Cubs lost the series to the White Sox and haven't been playing as well as they did. They're still 10 over 500. The Brewers are 27-18, but the Brewers are getting closer to the Cubs, and the Cardinals are not far behind that record. And so it's getting stiffer in the NL Central. Cubs need to win tomorrow and hopefully for their sake win today and hopefully for their sake win tomorrow, as they would hope to take a series at home. Cubs are struggling, help to win. Tonight, Cubs will have Ben Brown on the mound. And again, Jacob Morosky will go for the Brewers. The White Sox are one of the surprising teams, definitely coming after over 100 losses. However, they will need to improve more, as they are just a couple games over 500, trying to challenge for the AL Central as they are 2 games over. The Guardians aren't taking over either. Neither are the Detroit Tigers, nor are the Twins, nor nobody in the AL Central really. They will play the Mariners. The Sox lost last night to the Mariners, and it looks like the Mariners are the favorites tonight. I picked the Mariners to go to the AL Championship game. That doesn't look like it may happen, but we'll see. Tonight, the Sox will have Anthony Kay on the mound. Bryce Miller will go for the Mariners. The Mariners are the favorite team. Game time is at 8:40. Also, last night, the Canadiens won Game 7, and they won 3-2, a final score in overtime. To win that, here's more. For that, this is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report signing off. Here's the goal to win it in hockey. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.
Back by Norris. Colleen pressured by Davidoff. The puck is free and taken by Alexander Carrier. Headmans the puck. Shot. Score! Montreal wins Game 7. Alex Newhook. The game-winning goal in both Game 7s of these playoffs for Montreal. National Hockey League has multiple Game 7 clinchers in a single postseason. Nathan Horton for Boston in 2011 when they won the Stanley Cup.
Luukkonen, you see his frustration as he throws his mask down the tunnel. A nothing play. There's nothing going on. The Sabres have controlled much of the last two periods, most of overtime. And I mentioned earlier, there is no such thing as a bad shot in overtime. Carrier will flip this across to Newhook.